Hey guys, just got off the phone with John and got some maps here. I've been doing a bit of research. I want to talk about Colonial. John and I are going to go in a couple of days on a Colonial trip. We've done this place a couple times. I think we were in the wrong spot. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's my Google map, guys. This is the satellite version. This is just the water version. And I'll show you guys. So here, we know there's a Colonial fort right here, okay? We've detected it. And the canoe route travels through the bush in modern times down here, and it comes out right here, and then it hits the old waterway down here. So they walk through here in modern times. And Stan just assumed that this was the Voyageur trail, but I've been through here 3 times now on that trail, zigzagged all through here, and never found a thing. Look at the old waterway. We know that the Voyageurs used to come up here, and right here, the last videos we made last year where we found all the buttons and everything, okay? So there was a camping spot. And Stan just assumed that they would break off, and this is where they would go hiking through the bush. There are 15-foot elevations to get a canoe out of the water here, and I disagreed with that after I saw that. We have never detected, for the life of me, I don't know why, we have never detected this shoreline. Right here. Why wouldn't the Voyageurs have continued on up to the end, hung a right in the swamp, and just went right over here to the fort? This looks like, I mean, that's a main marshway right there. Look at it. I am convinced, guys, that the modern day canoe route is not the 300-year-old Voyageur route. John and I are going to find out this week if my hunch is right. Just heading in the bush with John and Jen. Look at all the trees that are down here on our old Colonial site. Big storm went through and everything is crazy. This is John's 3rd macro. Buddy, what happened to the second one?
Smashed it.
Again?
Again. This one might be getting smashed today if it doesn't quit acting up.
Got a 2-year warranty and he refuses to send them in. He just buys a new one.
That's right.
Must be nice to be rich, John.
It is. It is.
Just making our way along the edge of the lake, and we're going to get down into the old swamp right there. But look what we found. Tell me that isn't a den, guys. There's nothing in there right now, thankfully. Gage sniffed it all out, but definitely a bear den. I want to show you guys what I'm fighting my way through right here. Just to my right over here was the waterway. There's cattails but no water, and so right here would have been the main swamp that I showed you guys on the map. And this is the kind of crap we've got to fight our way through. John is up on the edge even further in the bush there because it's a little easier walking. I'm not sure we're going to find a whole lot down here, but gotta try. And you can see in front of me this portion is flooded. It's still got water in it, and we got to go down there 300-400 yards and hang a left and carry on. So I just made my way through that stuff for 200 yards. Now I'm out here along the edge of the swamp. It's a little cleaner, but I mean it's still pretty hard going, guys. I don't know. All we can do is push forward. A lot of false iron signals is what I'm getting.
Yeah, I got a bullet.
Like a musket ball?
No.
So this is the terrain we're going to be fighting all day, guys. Up out of the swamp, along the edge of the swamps. This is the good stuff where John is right here. It's about the most open. But the reason there's still stuff here is because it's so hard to get at. Another clearing. I'll give this a scan behind me, this whole edge here. I think we're not far, 100 yards, and then we're going to turn into the next big swamp that heads south. All right, first item of the day, guys. A big old piece of copper wire. I don't think that's Colonial. I dug a hole here. You guys aren't going to believe this. I can feel it, and I'm turning it. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. I think I'm unscrewing it. Holy, what are the chances? I know what it is. Look at that. An old glass insulator. There's a telephone pole in there. A hydro pole. Made in the USA. 3055. Armstrong. I'm betting this is from the 50s. Maybe that's a year 55. I'm not sure. Yeah, so right here buried in the swamp is an old pole. And I felt a couple more of those glass insulators. I don't know if those are worth anything. I think the blue ones are worth more. I'm not sure. I'm gonna leave it here for now. Just trying all these spots like this. I can't go around a great big beautiful pine. I always have to do underneath it when I see a clearing like that. I know it wasn't here 300 years ago, but it always looks like a spot where they would pull up, sit down, and have lunch, right? You finding any buttons, Gage? Any colonial? You're gonna find the shower when we get home. That's what you're gonna find. Finding anything?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. That's disappointing. What a slog, guys. What a slog. Nothing to show for it. John's yelling for me. He's a couple hundred yards down here. He says he's at the part where we got to turn and head south. Always strange to see rock piled up in the middle of the forest. So you have to wonder, is this man-made? Definitely a porcupine den or something at this point. Yeah, you can see porcupine scat in there. Kind of strange. Natural, I guess. So, John just found an old drill bit here. I don't know what they would have been drilling for back here, but it definitely wasn't Voyageurs doing the drilling. So now the debate is raging. John tells Jen he wants that and he wants her to carry it out. And she's a smart girl. She says, well, I'll get it when we come back.
Yeah, like we're coming back.
So we're on the power line, guys. That's what that drill bit was doing. That's back in the day they were blasting here to put in the power line. John's got a signal behind me, probably from when they put the power line in. We just pulled out our map, our compass, we got a bearing. We're gonna head down here 200 more yards. Should take us to the main swamp run that goes south. We weren't there yet, so we've been bushwhacking for hours. It's a lot further than you think when you get here, and it's so dense. Jen tells me I have a sweat monster on my back. I'll show you guys. Okay, so an old oil can, I think, right here on the power line. Not very deep. Just walking along, and I said to John, hey, there's something hanging in the tree over here. I think it's just a Mylar balloon, but let's take a look. Got a number on it, but I think it's just some kid's party balloon. All right, 2.5 hours later, that is the canal that goes south, right back down to the last videos I made for you guys. So we can do this whole upper section now. It has been a long haul to get here. We are like bushwhacking masters now, John. All right, we just got close to the water. I've got a signal here, I haven't found it yet. John says he thinks he's got something colonial. What do you got?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's
Something.
kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah, finally something.
I don't know if that's colonial.
Well, we're gonna say it's colonial.
Okay, we'll say it's colonial. Yeah, good walk, buddy. Good find.
I don't know what the hell it is.
Canoers do come through here, guys, and hunters, right? So we do find a lot of shell casings. Haven't found any today. John's found a couple shotgun shells. So guys do hunt these marshes for ducks and things, and canoers will try to get through here. Not very much water in here, especially this season. Okay, so something else I hadn't thought of. John says he thinks there's a homestead here right along the edge of the marsh. Could be. It would be old, like 30s or 40s if there is.
Sure.
Oh, I see why he said that. There's an old wood stove right there.
There's the old door to the wood stove. That's a nice ornate one. What does it say, Voltar?
John thinks it's a 1800 stove here. I would guess probably hunt camp or something, because we are in the middle of nowhere. So, hey Jen, you want to carry some of this out for us? That's heavy duty stuff, guys. Pretty ornate.
Well, look at this.
There's the foot for the stove. And the door. Let's see if we can get a name off of here. Should be 3 more feet in there. He's got 1.
I know, get it.
So Gage is just going crazy here. I don't know why. He's been running circles around us and freaking out. Playing hard, and I don't know why all of a sudden. Dude, why are you not tired after that walk in here? I don't know why he's doing this. You know, we gotta walk home still later, buddy. All right, so here we are. This is the main channel heading south, and this is the channel that the Voyageurs used 400 years ago. All right, this is as good a spot as any. We're gonna have lunch and then we're gonna pick up right where we leave off. Gage is gonna lead us to treasure. I got turkey and mustard and I was doing well to get that out. And then she's got this blueberry brie.
Pork sandwich.
Yeah, you gotta make me look bad all the time, eh, Jen?
Right.
There it is.
Stop begging. Okay,
I got
here's John's lunch.
chicken noodle stew.
Nice. Johnny will never give up the old MRE.
No.
All right, guys. I think I'm delusional. It is no cleaner down here, just as dirty, just as thick, and no signals. I guess that's the price you pay to check something off your list, right? I hate to say at least we know it's not here, but so far that's the only confirmation I'm getting today. It's not here. Well, first old buckle of the day. John says I can say I found it, but John found it. He brushed it off. Probably 1800s. So probably more like canoers or hunters or something. Maybe even from the guys who had that camp back there with the wood stove. Whew, all you alien conspiracy theorists out there, look what I found. Look at how smooth that is. The tools, the saw used to cut that was from millions of years ago, right, Giorgio? Look at those slabs, they do look strange. I'd have to say that's probably natural. But what do I know about alien laser saws? Not much. Alright guys, so we only did another 40 minutes after lunch down at the swamp there. No signals, nothing. So now we're heading back. 2-hour slog back where we came from, following the power line out as far as we can follow it to save a bit of time. I have officially apologized to John for taking him on this terrible trip today. We're going to stop at the other end where the fort used to be, and maybe we can wrangle up some musket balls or something that we missed before. So not done yet, but it's not looking good. John says it's either Sasquatch or the Slender Man been through here. All the sticks are broken. Side Hill Gouger, does he bend stuff? Look at every stick here is broken, guys. It is odd, John, it is odd.
The Skinwalker.
Oh, the Skinwalker, yeah, I hope not. It's very odd, actually.
Just in this spot, would they land a ship here, or it's just here?
So Marshall the third staff.
This is the only time we've seen this today so far. It's weird.
Yeah, all in one spot.
Ha! Whole bunch more bent sticks here as we continue on down the trail. Just everywhere. Every stick that is poking up here above the ferns is snapped off. I've also learned that if Jen says pricklies, she means frickin' thorns. And you're better off to just stop. This is what we're walking through down this power line. Every inch of it is covered in thorns. You should see our legs. These thorns are brutal. All right, Johnny said, let's do this, and he just jumped right in the water. Gage is all excited to have a swim friend. We are back at the main fort site, so you guys will hear the highway in the background behind us. We've pulled 2 screws, canoe screws out of here so far. All right, there is some colonial lead right there, guys. They had bird shot, and it takes a couple hundred years to get that white patina. John just spent 15 minutes in the swamp here looking for that little tiny thing. Keep going, buddy, get some more. Try laying on your belly, you'll get deeper that way. So John's out there jumping on the layer of moss. He says, this is all floating. I said, I know. That's the problem I had before. I dug through that top layer, and I'm pretty sure it was an axe head, went right through, and I don't know how deep it is underneath. That's why there's still good stuff here.
Buried underneath. Like I'm walking, this isn't a channel at the bottom, this is a channel.
Yeah, no, it's sphagnum. It's moss. Okay, there it is, guys. Could be anything. Maybe a leather awl. This end has a big nodule on it, and you can see it's got like a shape to it. It's not a nail, that's for sure. And this end comes to a fine point, so definitely old colonial, but just a rusty piece of something. I don't know. All right, he's got a 74. We'll do a live dig with the dog in the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, out of the way. John's got a musket ball. That could be a button. You never know.
He's bringing a stick for the burning.
Right there.
That's enough. I don't want your stick.
Little lead ball.
Yeah.
Another one of those little lead bird shots. There you go, 300-year-old musket ball. That's probably about the 300th one we've found here at this site. We've got peanut butter jars full of them.
Yeah, that's the rose head. That's an old one.
Oh yeah. That's a flat one.
This is an ancient. Ooh.
That's a copper nail for sure though. Look at the red on there.
I got this.
John stopped digging and Gage took over. Did he miss something, buddy? A root. You missed a root, John. Just threw Gage in the back of the truck and I said, I'm giving you a bath when we get home. And then Jen threw John in the truck and said, John, you're having a bath when we get home. He was up to his waist in the mud out there and boy, does he stink.
Here we are lost. They have got us lost. Disappointing. Very disappointing.